heal up a little bit, and then reset back to the box fight. Borgen likely will go.
This is potentially a very, very worthwhile fight, given where the player is down in the basement of the Authority. Although stage of the game maybe indicates that this is somebody who's already looted and the Authority's gone, but he gets him, boxes him right up, and will take him out. Yes, this is what I was talking about. Look at that loot. Now, oh my goodness, what? How do you find this? There's no way this man just found.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Nyrock's in a good spot, but gonna get caught. Takes a little bit of damage to the Storm here. Gonna rotate through. Good builds as we're used to seeing from Nyrox, and he's gonna connect for a nice first shot, make it a second, connects for White, knows he has the advantage in this fight, has some good builds to his name as well. And there you go. Well played. Textbook coming through from Nyrox. He's gonna take out one.
And that puts him now up to 3 eliminations. Still a lot more available in this game, but I'm hoping that he can at least close out the Victory Royale, because right now those eliminations are gonna be sparse because all these players trying their best to stay alive and probably have the refresh of mats from everybody else that they've gone through. Quick reload from Nyrox to get right back on this wall. It's wood from him, almost able to box him up, but not quick enough. There's a pepper popped and should be able to make it through the rest of this end game with that mobility.
Yep, that's gonna be his last pepper, but should be the last one that matters. Well placed and good use of resources there. However, Nyrox is going to get taken out and gets 6th place in that finish. So a solid showing, a 6th place finish, plus a few limbs is going to put Nyrox in a decent spot. He, of course, would have liked to have seen a victory royale right there. Instead, he gets 6th. Well done from Nyrox, as we are now back on board of Savid.
Nyrox, unfortunately, not paying attention to the top. That's something that I wish he would have done against the last player that was on that wood wall, taking control of the pieces. That's what he ends up falling to. Savid, though, in a 4th zone. No, this is a 3rd zone fight. There it is. The wall on the side boxes him up like a fish. He's running headfirst into a brick wall. Not sure who he's talking to, but Savid is going to give him a lesson.
That's exactly right. He does have one of the other, I think, underrated and one of the top mythic items in his inventory as well, which also helps from a rotation perspective, helps late game. Good shot's going to get put in. He wants the finish, not going to get it. He has to actually turn and watch his back in a fight now. An intense one-on-one situation as David's just going to back out, reset momentarily, rotate his way to survival. He actually wants that a limb that he thinks he deserves. Here comes the push from David. I like that decision.
He goes again right on the wall. One charge shotgun shot, but the other player holding that. He's actually going to get quite aggressive. Almost phases in. I think that's what he wanted to do, but the trade is really bad for Savid, in fact, and he's going to have to back up and box up on his own.
That's exactly right. Currently sitting with a solid inventory, solid heals in this fight. Going to get some good edits, good shots in. Playing with aggression here. Knows he has at least a 1v1 for quite some time, but needs to watch his back, needs to watch for third parties, and I think he hears something that perhaps we don't. It might be the same opponent who just got high ground, or it might be a third party coming through. We'll see. Late game, of course, better for closer circles, closer rings, and now Savid is going to continue to hunt here. This is the aggression. This is the confidence we were talking about when we were watching Bugin. You got to play with. You got to WQ. Again, we're still early on in this heat. There's still time to be had. Your lobbies may still have some mid-tier, lower-tier players.
Of those to find a potential 19 elim game, if you can close it all out, and with the spread that all these guys have down below, it might actually be possible. There's one. Try to get a couple tags against Shield. Why is he not building at all? Oh my goodness, he's done for. One of those potential 7, now down to potentially 6. And Shockwave Launcher will launch him way ahead of zone. Time to look right back.
Laser beams coming through from Savid. I'm not gonna lie, I'd look at the bottom right of my screen to see if he was playing on controller. He is not. Great shots coming through. The accuracy proving true. And Savid is just on an absolute firing range. If you ever wondered what the term shooting fish in a barrel means, that is exactly it. As Savid gonna hit some great shots. Connects for 3 limbs in the matter of seconds. If you blink, you missed it.
That's ridiculous, and he might actually pull off all of those 7 eliminations that I talked about. Yes, one more to find. He's right on top of him. P90 straight in the box, compact SMG, and he still has that Shockwave launcher. He's gonna try to break every structure, try to knock him out in the zone.
Yeah, I wonder how he's gonna win this one. I wonder. $5 says he wins with the Shockwave launch into the abyss. Looks like he's actually gonna do it with the charge. Good thing you didn't take the bet ball. Because there you go, he's gonna do it with the charge.
sets of games through, I think maybe third or fourth for Savage. So that puts him in fantastic position. An 18 elimination game. But quickly we're on into another fight. We're watching Outken, and he's diving right on top of them. He does have the glider gun, another mythic weapon that's been such a good use, and he will end up getting, is that kits? Don't tell me that's kits. In a bit of a difficult position. Unknown Army making his debut on the EU servers. I don't think he played in Heat 1, but this is a guy who can W key with the best of them, and I can't quite see his points. Let me quickly look at the other. 129, so he's been playing a little bit, but this should still be an easy game for him, and with 6 eliminations so far, it looks like it is just that.
Yep, that's exactly right. Reading chat more than he's looking at his monitor. His Unknown Army, and here he comes, the signature, as mentioned. What in the world is happening right now as we have a big fight going through. Nice Elim's going to get picked up. He was like, I want this fight, but this person's just going to come to me instead, and he'll get the easiest Elim of his life. Meanwhile, getting some shots cross range. Good shots at first, but then the Bloom's going to come through. Didn't reset that accuracy, and now he's actually going to be fighting a 2-front war. This is not the situation you want to be in if your Unknown Army doesn't seem to have much mobility to be able to get out of this position either and get out of dodge. He does have some heals to his name. Let's see how he plays this one. This will be a tough fight.
That was unbelievable stuff from Unknown Army right there.
We're going to stick on board with Diego for now and then try and jump back on board with Unknown Army if we can, following as he, of course, is starting to enter into that late game. Those that are just tuning in, welcome, by the way. Thank you so much for tuning in and hanging out. Competitive Fortnite is back. DreamHack is back. It is awesome to see as we are in heat number 2 of our qualifying rounds. This is the first qualifying round. 250 players out of 400,000 will qualify to make it to the next round. It is an insane number, an insane feat. If you're a top 250 player in the world, congratulations on that alone, as we, of course, have all weekend long to continue to watch competitive Fortnite going up until Sunday. I am so excited. This is just the beginning. More range than a grapple. Of course, you glide after it, unlike a grapple, and here comes Unknown, who is going to try and take this box fight if he can. Of course, you mentioned earlier how tough it is to do in Europe, and the fact that he still does it with success is insane. He has to be near perfect, as he's now going to be put in a pretty rough situation. Doesn't matter, though. He connects for the Elim. Well played for Unknown Army, as he's going to take out one more, and he's not done yet. He's going to continue to fly.
Ridiculous. Now 10 eliminations. There's still 12 players left in this lobby. Unknown Army, it's only third zone. You know he's probably going to try to bring this down to something like 3 people. One's half in, half out stars. Almost gets the top floor and the cone on top of him. Continuing to break this down. It's a full reset, and the shotgun should do it. No, he's just going to continue with...
And let's see if he goes for it. Yes, he will. Of course, here comes the push. Here comes the next box fight for Unknown Army and the next poor soul that has to face him.
This is so unfortunate to run into Unknown Army, who isn't even probably qualifying or playing the rest of EU out. Yeah. Gets another one, now up to 12. Geez. Possible that he actually wraps up the rest of this lobby, and if he does that, he'll be at 22 elims. That is ridiculous. And so he continues. There's another cone. Wow! Through the phase stare, essentially there.
Wow.
Well done from him, and instantly was able to capitalize on that nice box up and nice cone. Moving forward, still, we got fourth zone revealed finally, but we're already down to 9 thanks to the efforts of this man alone.
13 eliminations, quite the effort, as he just gets to pick his fights. This time he's going to pick a fight against a AI, and will continue to against the Marauders. Look,
lucrative to take or easy to be able to finish off. And he's able to track and spot the skill level of the other opponent so quickly. Backs away so he can heal up, because he realizes this player at least can fight back. In that case, the charge shotgun shot will bring him down to half HP. He's going to continue forward on the box, though, and there's the wall. Almost gets it, even though he's on EU ping. Finally phases through.
Gosh.
And that's it. It's another one. So, what is this, 14 elims now?
Yep. 14 elims, indeed. Now we get to hear his mic finally. I like to see that. Unknown Army despite that individual having his respect slightly more, he still flies at him, still wins the box fight on EU ping. He is just way too good. It's one thing you love about competitive Fortnite. I gotta say, has one of the highest skill gaps, one of the most mechanically skilled games. You have to have respect for every single competitive Fortnite player in terms of how good they are individually. And just look at this. The fact that in a competitive lobby, a couple of games in, Unknown Army can still just run around and absolutely dominate like this is so impressive.
He's clipping people left and right on EU. Again, early lobby for Unknown. And this is where he's basically way too good at. Another box up, another shotgun shot to start things off and finishing it off with the AR. It's like we've seen these clips. Honestly, when I watch these Unknown Army highlight videos, it's like, okay, well, that was exactly the same thing. Well, that was exactly the same thing. Well, that was exactly the same thing. These guys just get trapped time and time again because he's just too quick.
Yeah. And you're right. It feels like we're watching a montage right now or a highlight reel on Twitter. One after another after another. He now has a tally of 16 elims, not done yet. He's going to find every player in this lobby. He's going to take them out until he gets a victory royale to probably close out his tenure here in European Heat number 2. I got to think he'll probably start to get ready his mental focus for the next one, or he might play one more game if, as you mentioned, North America East does start in 30 minutes. We do have Stasiana in picture still. We'll see what she can do.
I don't even know, like, commenting on this at this point, like I said, it's the same thing happening over and over. And he still has the potential to get 3 more eliminations in this game and make it a 20 bomb on EU ping. And this isn't even like the very first game. This, I believe, is his second at least. To make this happen, you know, this is just fun to watch, I think, all the way. Oh, pre-edited wall, no way! That's the first time I've seen that in one of these DreamHack type of games. I've seen it in highlight reels and box fights, but that is fantastic from Unknown. Finally switching something up.
Unbelievable. And you're right, though. It's like, push, get one more, get another, do the same thing. You know, same thing we're commenting on over and over again. But finally, he mixes it up and gives us something interesting to talk about with the pre-edited wall. Beautiful placement coming through. Now he's just showing off at this point. But now, can't show off anymore. He's going to have to put full-blown try-hard mode on as he's going to get high ground. Not even going to take time to heal up. Finally does. And he will now reset this fight. He needs to be careful not to get dinked from behind. He'll be good as those players are rotating.
They're rotating and stuck in the water.
One player.
19 eliminations for Unknown Army.
Jeez.
And off to